Hey, what's up, guys? In this video, I'm going to talk to you about America turning soft and the reasons why I believe that is happening. So, to start off, this is definitely a negative for us. It's not a good thing that we're becoming softer, okay? Some of you may disagree and think that's good in some ways, but trust me when I tell you, it's not. The reason I believe this is happening is because America is lately more so than before taking on female energies. You know what I'm saying? There are no real men leading. A lot of this has to do with what I've spoken about before. The single thing that I believe the biggest problem our country faces, and that is, children being raised without fathers. That's a huge factor in this whole thing. Right? Because these kids are being raised by women completely, and a lot of times unstable, emotionally unstable women. And as a result, the next generation, of course, is going to turn out the same and worse than prior. We need to have men in the houses raising children. That is a must. So to reverse this, I believe that's the first thing that has to happen. There needs to be a loud voice, one loud enough to get across to the masses that expresses this opinion, that it's not okay for women to raise kids on their own. It's not okay. The only times it's okay is due to unfortunate circumstances, if the child's father dies, in some tragic way, or for whatever reason is physically unable to. That's the exception. But aside from that, men need to fucking raise their children. And there needs to be shame associated with men who don't. It needs to be said that it's not okay to have children with multiple fucking women and not raise any of them. That's not okay. Because you're making things worse for the country in general. It has gotten to the point now where, going back to that female energy that's leading, I've mentioned this again in another video, where colleges now have fucking safe spaces for their feelings not to be hurt. You can't say certain things because their feelings are hurt. They're trying to force people to use specific pronouns for fucking transgenders and gays and 50 other fucking new classifications of gender, which are bullshit. There are men and there are women, and there are occasional anomalies. Very few. That's it. And this whole energy of pushing forward this gay movement, where being gay is being promoted and being, touted as normal now. It's normal, whereas in the past, it was not accepted as normal. It was accepted as part of life. Yeah, there are some gay people, but definitely not normal. Definitely not given to children as an option. These days in schools, my young children, I have young daughters, they're teaching them about this transgender shit and about gay and it being okay. And that's just a regular thing, a regular option in life. And you can choose to be gay or not. They're promoting this shit with this fucking weak-ass female emotional energy. This shit has to stop. The opposite is what has to happen. People need to toughen the fuck up and be told the harsh truths about life and about themselves. Not spared from having their fucking feelings hurt by giving them safe spaces and creating laws forcing people to call them the fucking pronoun they want. That's wrong. You're fucking protecting people from hearing what's good for them. People need to be treated harshly in certain circumstances. And the generations are coming out fucking weaker and weaker. They're so fucking soft that you can't even have a conversation with them. Their feelings get hurt. Fuck your feelings. Talk about fucking reality and what it is. Because you're being coddled. We're coddling these fucking children and protecting them from this shit. How the fuck are they going to survive when they get put out in the real world on their own? The answer is they're not going to survive. Another contributing factor to this whole thing that ties into what I said before about broken homes and children without fathers is the fucking welfare system. That's enabling that and encouraging that. They actually fucking encourage it, the government, by incentivizing and rewarding women to not have father figures in the house. And to have more and more children will give you more and more fucking welfare money. That shit needs to stop. It needs to fucking stop. Because it's a cycle that continues generation after generation. There are certain people who need charity, who need help, but there are others who don't. Don't fucking feed people and give people money to do nothing and be fucking lazy bums. There are fucking millions of people who don't do shit. They don't work. They're physically able to work, males especially, but they choose not because they get a fucking government check every month and they get these fucking food stamps and live off of that shit. So why the fuck do they have to work? They sit around playing fucking video games and playing with themselves all day instead of fucking being men and going out and earning and learning about life. So of course we're coming out fucking soft. Of course. It's a setup. This whole thing is a fucking orchestrated plan by government to weaken the fucking people to the point where they just fucking dominate them. And that's what's happening. So I hope that this fucking trend reverses in some way. The only way I see it happening is, again, if someone with a big enough platform who happens to be that type male who's strong and speaks the fucking truth. And it's not Donald Trump. It's not him. Trust me, he's a fucking punk also. It's not him. That has to happen though. And there need to be other like-minded men, strong fucking men, real men, stepping up as well. And letting the rest of the people fucking know the direction that we should go in and the truth about fucking life. Forget that fucking emotional shit. That doesn't mean shit. It doesn't matter. We're being laughed at by other fucking countries with our pansy-ass gay shit. So, again, guys, this is just my opinion. Maybe I'm fucking wrong. Maybe I'm way off. So, if you think I am, or you disagree, or you don't like something I've said in this video, please leave comments and let me know why. I hope you got something good out of this. I'll talk to you next time. Thanks.